All right. Well, we are about ready to start it off. Jesus out on the mound. KT with a big win yesterday. Samsung with a big win yesterday also. So both of them fighting for their playoff lives here. And the first pitch is in there for a strike, and Wiz be underway. So EJ Hyun leading things off for Samsung. Uh, with the lefty on the mound, Kim Ji Chan is not in the lineup. And the 0-1 pitch is fouled away, making it 0-2. Yeah, I just with Jesus on the mound, I gotta take Jesus. Yang Chong's up, ERA of 3.41, 5 starts. His last start was really good, but other than that, yeah, that is fouled away, and it stays 0-2. Uh, other than that, yeah, it's been pretty rough. Again, well, hello, Arpo. Lots of lefties in the lineup for Samsung, so lefty on the mound also, and the 0-2 pitch swing and a miss, and that's a one away on the first strikeout of the day for De Jesus. That's not good. Uh-oh. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly. For some reason, my one of my buttons is not working, as that is outside in the first ball that he has thrown. Hmm. That is strange. Is that's a swing and a miss, a big swing and a miss. 153 on the gun from De Jesus there. This is not good. My again, I had problems yesterday, and looks like I'm having more problems today. Some of my buttons working, some of them not, and the 2-2 pitch is fouled away. I'll have to do it manually for now. So yeah, to forgive my tardiness here, because much harder to do without my regular buttons, as that is fouled straight back, and it stays 2-2. Yeah, for some reason my buttons and stuff are not working correctly. And did he go around? He did, and that's going to be outs in number 2 on a second strikeout of the day for De Jesus. Let's see if this works. Nope. And that's going to be a ground ball to De Jesus, who one hops the toss over to Wang Jae-gyun, and that is a 3 away. So 1, 2, 3, go the Samsung Lions. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Not sure why this stuff is not working. We're going to see if that would be why. This is not good. All right. Well, looks like I'm going to have to do this Manually, ladies and gentlemen. Not good for me, not good at all. Definitely adding a ton of stuff to my day and my stream. But Hog Young Min leading things off. Yang Chong Sup at 29 games, 58 innings, 3-2 on the season with a 3.41 ERA. Of those 29 games, only 5 of them have been starts. His last starts was a good starts, but overall on the season, you know, a pretty hard thrower, especially in the Korean sense, but a little wild. I think that is the easiest way to put it. And imagine that we've already have a pitch com issue. We haven't even had a pitch by the bottom half of the inning. As Kang Min Ho will change out his pieces. Like I just don't understand how this is possible. Like, how is it possible that you don't even start the game with working equipment? I just can't get over that. Dutch VPN trying to watch on Soup. All right, so now we might be ready. Park Young-min steps in. Had himself a fine day yesterday. 283 on the season. Led off last night's game against Hanwha with a single. Came around to score on that on Hyunmin 3-run shot, and the first pitch is up high, ball one. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, 1-1. And he slaps the bat out there, but center fielder Lee Sang-gyu under it, and that's one away. All right, so Stevenson steps in. He had a ton of speed yesterday. Oh, is this gonna work? No, my base runners don't work today either. That's not good. All right, the 1-1 pitch coming up from Yang Chong Sulp again. Just not a fantastic pitcher, as they set up just below the letters, and Stevenson ropes that one. That's going to be trouble, as that's going to drop down. He has a ton of speed. Kim Sung, and he's going to cruise into second and standing up with a 1-out double. There goes the old no hitter, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect game gone, no hitter gone. Love watching Stevenson. Nice, sweet stroke. Runs out of the box hard. Got the solid knickerbocker pants. And An Hyun-min steps in now. Again, the huge day yesterday as he checks over on the runner, walks back. Hopefully the music works today. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. You're in Suwon? Why aren't you at the game, man? And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Sets up on the inside, misses inside, and it's ball one, 1-1. OPS over 1,000. First in the league with OPS. Second in the league is Diaz standing over at first base for Samsung. And the 1-1, that's going to be a ground ball to the right side. Throws it over to first and 2 away. Does move Stevenson on over to third base, but it's 2 away now. And that brings up a Kong Bako. Not a good day yesterday, 269 on the season. Mainly a DH, trying to go to the MLB, but I have lots of doubts about that possibility as that one misses way up and outside, and it's 1-0. Swing is too wild. There's way too much going on in his swing to be able to compete it in the MLB level. Yeah, now the 1-0 pitch in there for strike in the outside corner, and it's 1-1. A very, very aggressive swing, a big, huge leg kick. If he was to go to the MLB, that leg kick would be gone instantly before spring training was over. And the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside and misses outside. 2-1. Yang Sang's up 4 pitches, but mainly leading with 2 pitches. 34% of the time he's going to throw his fastball, four-seam fastball, about 148 or so. Sorry, 144. Then a slider off of that's 133. That's also about 33% of the time. So mainly a 2-pitch guy. Then he does throw a two-seam 14% of the time, and then also a curveball about 10% of the time. So he's not a guy that's is just strictly a 2-pitch guy, but at the same time, the other 2 pitches aren't common enough to and aren't different enough, especially the four-seam versus the two-seam. The speed is nearly the same. And he doesn't throw it enough for as time is called. Yeah, so next week will be the final full week. There are still some games. Tuesday in 2 weeks, so 10 days or whatever, is the last scheduled game, but there are multiple games that still have not been remade up or rescheduled to be made up. Specifically the 2 Friday games where you had was it Samsung and LG, and then Hanwha and that's ball outside. Hanwha and KT. I thought that at least the Hanwha KT game would have been made up as a doubleheader yesterday, but for some reason it wasn't. And so those games will be added on in October. So I'm guessing maybe Friday Friday the 3rd will be the first day of the playoffs, as the 3-2 misses outside and he walks them. And brings up a Jang Sung-woo. Jang Song Woo did not play yesterday. Yeah, next weekend is a big weekend, Jim. Hanwha and LG have a 3-game series in Daejeon. There is a lot more rain coming next week. I think Wednesday's games are going to be canceled. And that misses outside, and it's 1-0. Jang Sung-woo, a 255 on the season, has plenty of powers. 4 home runs on the season against Samsung. 14 on the season, 4 against the Samsung. And the 1-0 pitch misses outside, 2-0. Like I said, this pitcher struggles with command. Yeah, none of them are supposed to be here, but that's always a chance that they could. What's wrong with your Wi-Fi, Arpo? And walk to Kong Bae Ko, and he's now 2 down, a 2-0 to the catcher here. Runners on first and third. Any wild pitch, Stevenson should easily score. And another 2-0 pitch. And stabbed by Kong Min Ho, and it's ball 3, 3-0. Somebody playing with the breaker boxes, Arpo? All right, here we go. The 3-0 pitch is sets right down in the middle, and he misses outside and walks him too. Oh, this is going to be so rough doing this by hand. So rough doing this by hand. All right, the base is loaded. Base is loaded for Wang Jae-gyun. Again, not a good day yesterday for him. And first pitch is in there for a strike, so he does remember where the strike zone is. 268 on the season, 6 home runs. Again, he was just didn't even have a position. Again, normally a third baseman, but lost that job when they signed Hog Young Min in the offseason. They tried him over at first a little bit. They tried him at second. They tried him at short. They tried him in the outfield, but he was awful at all of them. But Moon Sang Chol has been so bad for KT that he has settled in there over at first base. Not a great first baseman by any means, but good enough to be in the starting lineup on a regular basis. And the 268 hitter, the 1-1 pitch, that's going to be slapped through the right side. 1 run is going to come in. The second run is rounding a third, and he is going to score. And that's a big 2 RBI base hits from the number 6 hitter. And Jim is dancing and dancing. Jim is over there dancing. And An Chi Young looks it's a ball or strike 1 on the outside. They don't have the pitching, Jim. If Riley or Gu Chang Mo are not pitching, They really don't stand a chance at winning a game. Shin Min Hyuk is okay every once in a while, but the 0-1, that's going to be slapped through the left side, and they better hold that catcher up. And another single loads the bases back up. Oh my god, this is so annoying doing this by hand. All right, bases loaded once again. He's doing exactly what he normally does, not well. As that's up and in, and the ball one to the number 8 hitter, Jong Jun Won. Only hitting 211 on the season, playing second base. And that's in there for a strike, 1-1. Samsung bullpen already starting to get loose. Yeah, another 1-1 pitch sets up right down the middle, and that is popped up though. Third baseman under it and makes the catch. They leave the bases loaded, but they do add two. We'll go to the second inning. It's a 2-0 KT. Are you going into the stadium, Arpo? Oh, an early lead for KT. NC and Kia stuck at zeros on the top of the second there. And then looks like Doosan is up early against SSG. First inning, a leadoff homer by Anjay Sup. Why are you late, Arpo? Oh, so annoying. All right, Diaz leads things off, and that's a strike on the inside, and it's 0-1. Yeah. Fouls that one away, and it's 0-2. Well, KT's in fifth right now. The thing is Lotte is really falling down. No matter how this game ends up, Samsung will be fourth and KT will be fifth. Oh, so the 0-2 is a foul away again. And good luck, Arpo. Enjoy the game. Give us some updates live from the game if you can. No, not a chance. As that misses outside, and he says he did not go 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch fouls that one away too. What would really bunch things up is if SSG loses and KT wins, because that would make it 1.5 games between, as that's going to be a single up the middle. And there is the first hits. There goes the old no hitter for De Jesus. And just as Arpo gets to the stadium, they decide that they are going to start hitting. They've been waiting for Arpo. Waiting for Arpo to get to the stadium. If he would have been there on time, right now Samsung would be winning. We will blame the entire game on Arpo, as Kim Young-un steps in at 248 on the season and looks at strike one on the outside, and it's 0-1. Whoops. And that's another single through the middle. And 2 straight singles is now put them up. Oh my lord, this is so difficult. I may not be able to do this the whole time. So now you got runners on first and second and nobody out. So bringing up Pak Byung Ho. Pak Byung Ho steps in. Very, very different away from home versus his home games. A 204 on the season, 15 home runs, but most of those have come in the friendly confines of Samsung. 11 home runs at home, only 4 on the road, and the 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1. Last home run was June 25th against Hanwha. He did have a long injury stretch there. And that one is low, ball 2, 2-1. Kiem Pak Byung Ho fans. And that misses low, and it's ball 3, 3-0, 3-1. I would. It's really nobody. They both pitched. Both their bullpens played yesterday, but they didn't. Neither team played on Friday, and on top of that, there's no games tomorrow. So, KT has the better bullpen. Their bullpen did get used yesterday in the game, though, because of a close game against Hanwha, versus Samsung's bullpen didn't get used as hard, as they had a big easy victory 14-4 against LG. So again, KT has a really good closer. Samsung has a good closer who used to play for KT, who was not good last year and not good this year, but has suddenly found himself and has pitched well lately. All righty, here comes the 3-1 pitch to Pak Byung Ho, in there for a strike on the outside, and runs the count full, 3-2. All right, here we go. The 3-2 pitch, nobody out, runners on first and seconds. Swing and a miss there. A big strikeouts for Jesus. That brings up UG Huck. And in there for a strike. Yeah, no 1-1. UG Huck, a 277 on the season, a solid contact hitter. And the 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside just above the knees and fouls that one off, and it's 0-2. And just like that, SSG takes the lead back against Tucson. But the 0-2 pitch sets up way outside, and that is fouled away. Stays 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch misses outside, 1-2. Tried to get him to chase way outside, but he did not bite on it, and it's now 1-2. Samsung cheerleaders in attendance. Arpo enjoying himself. As here comes the 1-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside once again and fouls it off. Once again, and stays 1-2. Get my recent addiction going. All right, the 1-2 pitch now. Pitch number 32. And that's going to be a ground ball. 6, 4, 3. Double play ends the inning, and that's is a big one. A couple singles to start the inning, but a strikeout and a ground into double play ends the threats as they leave both of them on. And we will go to the bottom of the second. It's 2-0 KT. Harpo. Important thing is even though they didn't score, they at least gave their pitcher a little bit of time. As again, he went all the way through the almost through the whole lineup with Guangdong Jin, the only one that did not get an at bat in that inning. Ah. All right, the first pitch to Guangdong Jin is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. The 1-1 pitch to Guangdong Jin, 223 on the season. Again, very, very fast. Anything in the ground is a possible infield base hit, but to that is a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-2. Hitting a 321 against Samsung on the season. All right, the 1-2 pitch sets up right down the middle and a swing and a miss, and that's going to be one away on the first strikeout of the day for Yang Chang Sup. And Hog Young Min looks at strike one, and it's 0-1. Hog Young Min flew out to center field in his first at bat, 0 for 1 on the day. Second straight day that he is getting a bat in consecutive innings to start the game, as that curveball is in there for a strike also. Now, Hanwha fans are strange themselves. All right, the 0-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Almost heats him up, throws over, and that's 2 away. Stevenson steps in, a double and a run scored already today. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Why is EJ Hyun the leadoff batter? Um, Good question. Yeah, and the 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. He is hitting 189 against KT. And another 1-1 pitch sets up right down the middle, but that is low, 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch sets up right down the middle again and just barely catches the inside corner, 2-2. ABS system grabbing that. Again, there is an extra 2 centimeters on each side of the plate currently with the ABS system. So 17 inches wide plus 2 centimeters on both sides. And the 2-2 was swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Yang Chang Sup. And that will be the end of the second inning. We'll go to the third. It's 2-0. KT. Oh, doing this by hand is so rough. Couple Ks. 1, 2, 3 inning there. 12 pitches. You're not getting them? I don't know. I'm turning them on. Let me see if this will if this will force you on. Did that give you an ad? Hopefully that gave you an ad, Arpo. My again, some of my stuff is not working correctly. Okay, well, I'm pushing the button. You may just not be getting them. All right, so Wiz be back, ladies and gentlemen. And Kang Min Ho will lead things off for Samsung. De Jesus, 32 pitches so far, 12 in the first inning, 22 in, 12 in the first, 20 in the second inning, 32 for him. Yang Chang Sup, 27 in the first inning, 12 in, or 27 in the first inning, 12 in the second inning. But Kang Min Ho leads things off for Samsung. They'll have the 8-9-1 hitters coming up. Kang Min Ho way down in the lineup, but very surprising to see him that far down in the lineup. And that misses low. Yeah, the everything updated again. I got the music working at least. I believe I got the music working, as that is a foul to straight back, 1-1. So I got the music working, but apparently the like all of my other stuff where you can see who's up to bat and all of that is not working. So I'm trying to do that manually, which definitely takes me out of my broadcast mode. Yeah, definitely. As Kang Min Ho turns on that one, and that is going to be caught by a running on Chi Young. One away. All right, nope, way up high there, and ball one to Kim Hong Gong. And the 1-0 pitch, and that is a popped up right fielder, An Hyun Min giving chase. But right in foul territory, makes the catch, and it's 2 away. That does flip the lineup back over to EJ Hyun. Almost ate An Hyun Min up. Made the catch, but a big giant cloud of smoke popped out as, or cloud of rosin probably, as that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. EJ Hyun struck out swinging in his first at bats. 0 for 1 on the day. Still one of the best songs in the league without a question. 아마 오늘 KT 이글스에 있어요. That's outside. It's 2-1. 근데 샘성 선발 투수 5이닝 던지지 못해요. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. Sets up on the inside, but catches the outside corner, and it's 2-2. Jesus' family looks on. Having enjoying themselves some Terra. And the 2-2 misses outside, runs the count full, 3-2. 네, 아니요. 근데 선발 라인업 오늘 6번 했어요. As that one is going to be a walk to EJ Hyun. Puts a runner on first base with 2 outs. that brings up Lee Sung-gyu. Yeah, Yang Chang-sop, 선발 투수. Lee Jae-hyun has plenty of speed over there at first base. Lee Jae-hyun will steal a base here and there. But on top of that, the big thing is that well, KT's catcher is awful. As that one is popped up, but it's a foul out of play, and it's 0-1. All right, the 0-1 pitch. And he lifts that one up. Right fielder takes a couple steps in and makes the catch. They leave another one on. That's the third one they've left on. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 KT. Leaving runners on all day long. One for four now with runners on base. De Jesus, 44 pitches, so just 12 pitches that inning, despite going to a full count there with EJ Hyun. Yeah, uh, definitely one of them because he's not playing at home. Yeah, the other games aren't really. So probably Saturday and Sunday will both be LG Hanwha. All right, An Hyun-min leading things off for the old KT Wiz. LG. And the first pitch is fouled away, and it's 0-1. 한화 선수 한 번도 플레이오프 야구 하지 않았어요. 그래서 아마 지금 첫 번째 플레이오프 경험. And the 0-1 pitch runs inside, and it's 1-1. An Hyun-min 0 for 1 on the day, a 4-3 ground out. Did move Stevenson over to third base. That one is up and in, and it's 2-2, or 2-1. 한화 선발 투수 잘 하는데 한화 타격 타자 잘 못 차요. Yeah, another 2-1 misses outside, 3-1. And here comes the 3-1 pitch. Just catches the outside corner, runs the count full, 3-2. All right, here we go. The 3-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Diving stop by Yuji Hyuk, but is not able to get up to his feet. And that will be a leadoff single for An Hyun Min. Yeah. Bunt with your number 4 hitter. Everybody loves bunting. All right, Kang Bae Ko steps in. He walked in his first at bat, came around to score on the 2 RBI single from Wang Jae Gyun. But that pitch is not swing. Well, actually, he could definitely swing at that. But ball one, that one is right on the top of the plate. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that misses outside and up, and it's 2-0. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to translate that. You can just tell me what it is. Lee Sung Hyun, the lefty. Cha Sung Hyun warming up in the bullpen. Yeah, another 2-0 pitch. Runs inside, and then it gets away. That moves An Hyun Min over to second base. And hits off of his glove. That should go down as a pass ball from the catcher as that hit his glove. That puts it at 3-0 with Kang Bae Ko and a runner over on first. That's even better than a bunch, ladies and gentlemen. And the 3-0 pitch misses inside, and he walks him. You get that. Get the old bullpen up and going while Jim dances in his office. Mound visits coming up here. That'll be it for him. We'll have our first pitching change of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Our first pitching change of the day. Did not take long. Runners on first and second now. Nobody out once again. Elsewhere, Kia is taking a 1-0 lead. And SSG is up 3-1. But Tucson has runners on the corners with nobody out. God, I hate these commercials. Watching people eat. That is disgusting. Listening to people eat. Just as bad. Yeah, Kim Kwon Hyun just doesn't have it anymore. There you go. Yeah, not happening. All right, Jang Sung Woo is Lee Sung Hyun greets him. And here comes his first pitch. Jang Sung Woo will greet him. Jang Sung Woo walked in his first at bats, stranded on the base pass though, 255 on this season for a very aggressive catcher. As that is in there for a strike, and it's on one. Kiwi, I looked at your YouTube, but you have like two videos, right? Of Rocket League. But they're from like 2020, I think. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Oh, okay. As that is going to be a bunt, or throws to first, and that's is what we've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we've all been waiting for. Everybody loves a sacrifice bunt. All right, to Wang Jae-gyun, and now has to actually come up with the hits again as after that sacrifice. He's 1 for 1 on the day. He's responsible for the two KT runs so far. Is the new KBO favorites cheering today? Yeah, another 1-0 pitch. Almost hits him, and it's 2-0. What's the new KBO favorites? The KT girl? Kiwi will know her name. All right. And that's is a ball. I had to wait because it looked like it did catch a piece of the outside. Kim Jong Won or Kim Jong Won? Kim Jong Won. I'm gonna go with. And here comes the 3-0 pitch. Sets up in the other batter's box, and he throws it over there. Comes in to throw 4 straight balls. Not understanding that whole thing. Oh, once again, the base is loaded. Again, a 3-0 count, and he just sets up way outside, so far outside that he's in the other batter's box. Moon Sang Chol will pinch hit here for An Chi Young. No, Moon Sang Chol will pinch hit here. He was the one I was talking about earlier, who has just not had a good year, which is forced as Forrest Wong Jae-gyun to play over there at first base, sitting at 212 on the season. And we'll have another pitching change. Bring him in to walk the batter on 4 straight pitches. Excellent idea. Excellent, excellent idea. We are just in the 3rd inning, ladies and gentlemen. Kiwi, you think Kong Bae Ko is going to score from second on a sacrifice squeeze? Good evening, Sleepless. Chaewon Tae coming in. So far, Samsung has used 3 starters in this game. Chaewon Tae also a starter. So Chaewon Tae coming in relief. He's been coming in relief lately. 3 starters so far. Yang Chang-sup on his 6th start. Lee Sung-hyung, plenty of starts. Chaewon Tae, plenty of starts. He was a big off-season acquisition. Again, not a guy that I thought deserved any of the money that he was getting. I really thought that there was not much in the off season in the free agency markets. But Samsung went out and spent way too much money on him. We won't even talk about Hanwha's way overspending on a guy that I didn't think was nearly as good as everybody thought he was. As we'll have another pinch hitter here. So Lee Jung-hoon will now pinch hit. Thank you, Harpo.
아포 슈퍼채티드 1.43달러. What the FXXX.
Yeah, so that is ball 1. XXX. All right, the 1-0 pitch. That is a slapped foul, and it's 1-1. There is lots of questions going on in my head. Harpo's just happy that they're showing the KT cheerleaders now. Which one's that, Harpo? And the 1-1 pitch. That is crushed. But foul. Oh man. Is that the what was her name? Oh, it's not on here. Kim Jong-won. Kim Jong-won. And the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. 4-6-3, a double play, and that's is just how Samsung drew it up, ladies and gentlemen. Bases loaded, 1 out, bringing a pitcher who ends up getting a ground out into double play, and that ends the 3rd inning. Bunting is die best. Die best is the bunting. Everybody loves the bunting. Well. I don't even know what that means. Wow. What a waste. Whoop, 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 whoop. I can't. I have to like get super close to be able to read it on my screens. All right, so let's see what we got going here. Clear all of this out. Oh, this is so complicated to do by hand. I want my buttons back. All right, stepping in is Kim Sung Yoon, who pulls the bat back, but apparently it was in there for a strike. Oh, Kim Sung Yoon. Let's see. John Ching Hyuk into left field. Oh, Kim Sung Yoon 0 for 1 on the day. Looks at strike 2. And it's 0 2. And the 0 2 slaps it out foul. But Kiwi, would the hat go with my KT Wiz Charlie Brown Peanuts Snoopy uniform? And the 0 2 pitch is fouled away. Stays 0 2. The one thing I do like about KT is they have but Jim bunting is so good, as that one is over the catcher's head and it's 1 2. Yeah, KT I have 3 because their uniforms are so good. The only team I have more than KT is obviously Hanwha. And the 1 2 misses outside at 2 2. How did they bunt into the double play though, Jim? Was it a pop up or was it a bunt so hard that they turned to? Yeah, the 2 2 pitch that throws the bat down. That's going to be a little soft bloop to the second baseman, and that's 1 away. All right, here we go. Diaz singled in to lead off the second inning, but then was stranded after a strikeout and a 6-4-3 double play. Yeah, that's in there for a strike down the middle, and it's 2-1. Always have to be very cautious of Diaz. KT's stadium plays bigger or plays smaller than it is. Home runs do fly out of this stadium. And he pops it up. Giving chase is An Hyun Min and makes the catch. Second baseman Jong Jun Won almost all the way out to the outfield wall. It was hit so high. And 2 away. That's what yeah, I mean, he looks like a professional athlete. And the first pitch is popped up from Kim Young-un. Out of play, though, and it'll be 0-1. And the 0-1 ripped foul. 0-2. I got to start practicing in my Japanese cheer songs. And the 0-2 swing and a miss, and that's out. Number 3 will go to the bottom of the 4th. What are you talking about? You don't want my sweet Japanese cheer songs? I'm trying. I'm trying to give you ads, Arpo. I can only do so much, though. Need to start practicing my Japanese too. Ooh, a G Market Hangawi big sale. Kia and NC still at 1-0, but NC's got the bases loaded with 2 outs. Then 3-2 is SSG. They've got the bases loaded with nobody outs. I tried to get outfield. No, Arpo, I'm going to go to the Korea versus Japan games in Tokyo. All right, the 8-9-1 hitters will greet Chewan Tae as Jung Jun Wan looks at strike 1 on the outside bottom corner, 0-1. Jung Jun Wan in his first at bat, a top fly to that can't be right. That had to be a pop fly to the third base. I put 5-3. Yeah, I tried to get the Korean cheer section, but there weren't enough tickets together. And the 1-1 is popped up to the shortstop, and it's 0-1. Or sorry, 1 out. That brings up a Guangdong Jin, the number 9 hitter. First pitch is a fly out to the left and quickly 2 away. Eight pitches, 5 outs. Or sorry, 4 outs. Paul Min now steps in. He's up for the 3rd time today already, just in the 4th inning. Samsung does have a 1-2-3 inning in the 2nd inning, but 8 batters came up to bat in back in the 1st inning. Man, that misses outside. Ball one. I am glad we're moving along a little faster. Yeah, another 1-0 pitched right down the middle, and it's 1-1. Yeah, another 2-1. Misses inside, 3-1. And that's through to the shortstop, into the grass, a throw across his body, but it's not in time, and an infield single for Hog Young Mean. Absolute wheels by the old man. They're going to video replay this, but it definitely looked like he beat it out to me. Ooh, and he might be out. And he's out. That is a 1-2-3 inning. I thought he beat it out, but a good scoop by Diaz, and that was a great play by EJ Hyun to go 1-2-3 for KT. We'll go to the fifth inning. 2-0 KT. Shaywan Tay comes in and pitches ridiculously. All right, I think we should be back. There we go. DeJesus finishing his last warm-ups. Coming up for Samsung is going to be their 6, 7, 8 hitters. Park Byung Ho, Yuji Hyuk, and then Kang Min Ho. As they try their best to get something going. Yeah, and a big swing and a miss there, and it's 0-1. 203 on the season. A big strikeout in the last at bats. 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out with a runner on first and second and nobody outs. And a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. 152 from DeJesus. Park Byung Ho has to be at the end of his career also. He is just not able to get up to the fastballs, and that's a three pitch strikeouts. Three pitch, three strikes, one out, and that's is strikeouts number 5 for De Jesus. And Yuji Hyuka fakes the bunt, but he should have dropped it down because that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch just misses outside, 1-1. Yuji Huck grounded into that 6-4-3 inning-ending double play back in the second inning. And that's in there for a strike on the outside, and it's 1-2. 66 pitches now for De Jesus. Yeah, another 1-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Second baseman grabs it, throws over to first, and 2 away. This is going quickly for Arpo, at least getting it over with. As Kang Min Ho steps in. He is 0 for 1 on the day, flew out to left to start to the third inning. Yep, definitely as that one misses way up high. 1-0. Kang Min Ho. As that one also misses up. Jim just happens to open his mouth, and De Jesus throws the 2 worst pitches he's thrown all day. And the 2-0 pitch way up high, make that the 3 worst pitches he's thrown all day. And the 3-0 in there for a strike right down the middle, 3-1. On deck, Kim Hun Gong, also 0 for 1 on the day. And as here we go, the 3-1 pitch sets up on the right down the middle. And that's going to be a liner to the shortstop. Gets his glove on it, but it bounces out of his glove, and Kang Min Ho is going to be on base with a single. Hard hit ball. Guangdong Jin jumped, got his glove on it. It popped out of his glove and then ended up falling to the ground, but he wasn't able to get it. Definitely 100% should be a catch. That would be an error in most leagues, except for the KBO. That'll be an infield hit. And Kim Han Gon looks at strike 1 down the middle, and it's 0-1. Oh, I hope so. They had the bases loaded and nobody out with a 3-2 lead. But here comes the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a miss, 0-2. Yeah, and here comes the 0-2 pitch. It sets up high, up at the letters, and he fouls that one off. Stays 0-2. 151 with that fastball. 75 pitches for De Jesus so far. Again, Samsung already on their third pitcher. Their first pitcher only got through 2+ innings. Then they brought in another reliever, or a reliever who was also a starter, as that one is a strikeout looking. This should have bought a ticket. If you're just going to stare at it, we'll go to the bottom of the ninth, or bottom of the fifth. I wish it was the ninth. Bottom of the fifth. It's a 2-0 KT. Hello, hello. I don't speak Japanese, but hello, hello. I haven't started practicing Japanese yet, Kiwi. All right, bottom of the lineup. That's going to be the or bottom of the inning. Top of the lineup will come up for the top of the lineup will come up for KT. They'll have the 2, 3, 4 hitters. Kiwi, are you and Stefan going to try to go to the Korea versus Czech Republic games? All right. All right, Stevenson steps in. He is a 1 for 2 on the day, a double and a run scored back in the first inning, strikeout in the second inning, getting a bat to lead off the fifth inning here. 270 on the season. And that's in there for a short. Oh, ball up high, and it's 1-0. Chewante again came in with a big opportunity. A bases loaded for KT in the bottom of with just 1 out, was able to get a double play as that one misses up high, 2-0. Then has been absolutely flawless since he came in. And in just 13 pitches, he recorded 5 outs. Yeah, and the 2-0 is in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's now 2-1. 136 on that. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Misses inside, 3-1. Ba, 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 na, 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 na. And the 3-1 pitch up high, ball 4. Leaving him on base is not a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. He has got a lot of speed. Flashback to yesterday. Han Hyun-min with a big 3-run shot in the first inning. Puts a KT up for good. Have a little pitching mound visits right here. 1 for 2 on the day. Singled in his last at bat, a single. Stranded over at third base, though, as that was the double play. A 4-3 ground out to lead off his day, and then a single back in the third inning. This is his third at bat of the day. The runner on first is Stevenson, and Anyan Min unloads on that one. Goodbye, baseball. That, ladies and gentlemen, was crushed. Yeah. Good game, Harpo. And that'll be it for Chaewon Tae. We'll have another pitching change. You're welcome, Jim. You're welcome, Jim. Yeah, what other starters are left? Lee Sung Min will come in to pitch now. Didn't he just pitch yesterday? Fourth pitcher coming in, and we aren't even to the fifth inning stretch yet for good old Samsung. De Jesus, 75 pitches, 76 pitches. What is he sitting at? 70. I don't even remember now. De Jesus cruising so far. He's at 76 pitches. It's all Kiwi's fault. All Kiwi's fault. 120, 38 degrees. Brought the pitching wedge to this game. Yeah. I copied your comments on him and I sent them to him. All right, Kang Bae Ko will face Lee Sung Min. Lee Sung Min, 56 games, 58 points at 2 innings, 3-2 on the season with a 3.99 ERA, 49 strikeouts, 25 walks. Has given up 5 biggie boys though, as that first pitch is in there for strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. Kang Bae Ko 0 for 0 on the day. Walked and scored a run in his first at bats, and then walked in his second at bats. And that is outside, and it's a 1-1. And the 1-1 sets up on the outside, misses outside, and it's 2-0. 2-1. NC is tied it up in the top of the fifth inning. 1-1. SSG is unloaded, and it's now 6-2 there. Time is called. And the 2-1 pitch sets up on the outside again, and it's fouled straight back into the mask of Kang Min Ho. Knocks his mask off, moves the count to 2-2. Arpo, I saw that pop up on both screens, on my chat screen and then my programming screen, and I thought you put up a picture of a bunch of pizza. I think I should order some pizza. All right, the 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside and just catches the outside corner, and that's one away. That brings up the catcher, Jang Sung-woo. And that's in there for strike. 0-1. Yeah, it's never popped up, but what do you use to order? Are you a Yogi-O, or are you a Coupon Eats, or are you a Baymean guy? Because that is fouled away and it's 0-2. See, I've never been a Baymean guy. I was a Yogi-O for a long time, but now I'm a Coupon Eats guy. As the 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. Might have fouled it in the mitts, but nonetheless, that's 2 away. And that brings up a Wang Jae-gyun. I like my free delivery with Coupon Eats. And a swing and a miss and a pirouette. And it's 0-1. Maybe Lee Sung-min should have started this game the way he's pitching. And then the 0-1 is lifted up right field, going back, off the wall. And Wang Jae-gyun is going to be on second for the third time today. And another hit from KT, guys. That brings up everybody's favorite model, John Jin Hyuk. Who's his new lady? The girl that they just showed? And John Jin Hyuk looks at just ball one on the outside, 1-0. Maybe they're all auditioning, but they don't know it. And as here comes the 1-0 pitch. Sets up on the outside, misses outside. See, I never used delivery in the States because they didn't have it. The only thing you could get delivered was you could get pizza delivered. In college, you could get pizza, sub, or Chinese delivered, and that was it. As the 2-0 misses outside, 3-0. Not challenging John Jin Hyuk is an interesting choice. Yeah, and here comes the 3-0 pitch. Misses outside, walks the 180 hitting John Jin Hyuk on 4 pitches. Just whenever I say he should start, what did I just do? And once again, another pitching change. Good Lord, can we please can it with all the pitching changes? This is just getting ridiculous. Lee Seung-hyun comes in now. The right-handed Lee Seung-hyun. Samsung's manager's like, well, if we're going to get beat up so bad, then I'm going to make you guys sit here all day long. They can get that the bullpen pitcher that throws to righties and lefties at the same time. So Lee Seung-hyun, a 5.63 ERA on the season. This is the right-handed version. A left-handed version has already been in the game. Walked his only batter. 32 innings in 37 games, a 2-1. All right, Jang Jun-won steps in. Yep, double check that makeup. And fouls that one into Kang Bae-ko's mask again. That's the second shot he has taken into this inning. Jang Jun-won, 0 for 2. Nope, never mind. Lee Ho-yeon steps in as a pinch hitter here. Misses low, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch to Lee Ho-yeon sets up down the middle right at the waist, and that is smacked right at the center fielder. 3 away. That'll take us to the break, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys in just a few. See if I can find my... There we go. All right. First pitch from De Jesus is in there for a strike. I did at least get the music fixed. Yep. Yeah. And it's 0-2. Let me see if I can get all of this cleared up. Yeah, 1-2. And first pitch that is lifted to right field. Going back is An Hyun Min. Makes it off of his glove. He drops it, and EJ Hyun is on the second base with a they'll probably give him a double there, but I would definitely say that would be an error. Try it again. All of this is I'm having to do all of the stats and everything by hand today. All right, so Lee Sung-gyu did not go around apparently, and it's 1-0. 184 on the season for today's center field. Yeah, another 1-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike on the outside, 1-1. Definitely, Jim. And the 1-1 pitch. That is a broken bats bloop into left field. John Jin Hyuk is coming up. He will throw, but a broken bat single, and now you've got runners on first and third. Big inning here. Arpo called it an hour ago. Called it an hour ago that it would Samsung would come back in the sixth inning. Warming up is Patrick. Going with the double foreigner. As here comes the first pitch to Kim Sung-yoon, and it's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Yeah, you gotta make that catch. Mad that his team's awful. And that's going to be a ground ball off the first baseman. That's going to score one. And that also moves. He just stays at seconds as the first hits or the first run of the day for Samsung. And now you've got runners on first and seconds with Diaz coming up. Big misplay by An Hyun Min. Diaz steps in. He's obviously not the guy that you want to face whenever he is the the tying run. Lions fans coming to life here in the sixth inning. Those ridiculously ugly navy blue pinstripe uniforms. All right, Diaz currently tied for the most home runs, as that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Most home runs by a foreigner. 1 for 2 on the day, singled in his first at bat, a fly out to right in his second. Yeah, we'll call it that. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss there. 0-2. Blew it past him at 151. Diaz takes a little walk around the batter's box after not being able to catch up to that. Yeah, now the 0-2 pitch sets up at the waist, is slowly creeping up, but just missed over the zone, and it's 1-2. Challenging him with that high fastball. But if he doesn't get it high enough, Diaz will do the rest with the bats. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside. Fouled straight back at 153. Arpa, who do you think is the MVP? All right, 1-2 pitch. And that's right back to DeJesus. Throws to seconds and then to first with a 1-6-3 double play. What was that, Kiwi? And 2 away. That ground ball to the second baseman, Kim Sang-soo, a toss over to first into the dirt, but that will be out number 3. We will go to the bottom of the 6th, and it's 4-1. I said he was 4th. 안녕하세요. 김민교. Difference in this game is walks. Jesus should be done on the day now. 91 pitches, 15 in that inning. KT will have their 9-1-2 coming up in the bottom of the 6th here. So elsewhere around the league, Kia is added to their lead. They're up 3-1 now. SSG 3-6 as they are up. And now let me clear out all of this mess. Again, he makes that catch. This game is still 4-0. And Lee Sung-hyun is still out there. 3 pitches so far in the last inning, and that got the flyouts. Now, Guangdong Jin steps in. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Strikeout and a flyouts. Well, looks at a pitch right down the middle. I don't know what he's looking for. He wants to set it on a tee or what? 220 on 221 on the season for the shortstop. Now the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Yeah, and here comes the 0-2 pitch up high. Ball 1-1-2. Big missed opportunity there for Samsung. Again, Hana or KT has had plenty of missed opportunities also. They left the bases loaded in the first inning, and that is fouled away. Stays 1-2. They left 3 on in the seconds. In the third, they left 2 on. They left 2 on in the fifth. So the first, third, and fifth, they've put lots of pressure on Samsung. But the second and fourth, they have gone 1-2-3. And that is going to be lifted into right field. That's going to be trouble. Kim Sung-yoon is going to see it drop down. Guangdong Jin has a ton of speed, and he is sliding into second base with a leadoff double. Big double there. They're trying to get that run back. Arpo, at least they're showing you the cheerleaders. At least be happy for that. Love the base cam. All right, back to the top of the lineup. Hog Young Min 0 for 3 today. A couple 6-3 groundouts and a fly out to center. And they're going to bunt, because why wouldn't you bunt in the bottom of the sixth with a 3-run lead and a runner on second? Nope, he pulls it back and watches it go right down the middle for strike one. JT's manager looking on and trying basically being like, man, I hope nobody realizes I am awful at my job. Please, nobody listen to the foreign guy's broadcast to find out that I am an absolute moron in the dugout. And the 0-1 spins around. They continue to show him because only absolute idiot would call for a bunt with a runner on seconds and a 3-run lead. As they drop down the bunch, congratulations as they move the runner over to third. This run will be extremely important for no reason at all. He's so proud of himself. All right, I guess we're going to have another pitching change because why the heck not? More pitching change. That's what we need, ladies and gentlemen. More pitching changes. Stevenson will greet the new pitcher, whoever it happens to be. Kia looking to add some more as they're up 3-1 already. They've now got runners on first and second with nobody out, and Chae Hyung-woo stepping in. Oh, Bae Chong Sung coming in. The extremely hard throwing rookie. right, it's one out. So we'll have the number 2 hitter, Stevenson, stepping in, trying to put them up, get back the run that they just gave up. And that misses outside. Ball 1. Pei Chan Sung, 61 games of 48 innings, 1-3 with a 4.13 ERA, 17 holds. He is a very hard throwing left-hander, but struggles a lot with command. Now almost hit Stevenson there, and it's 2-0. A 2-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Yeah, but can he throw 158 over the plate is the question. As the 2-0 is fouled away. 154 on that reading. I want one of those seats. A little camping. Yeah, now the 2-1 misses way inside, and it's 3-1. Infield way in, that's not good. Guangdong Jin, a ton of speed over at third base. Stevenson, a ton of speed at the plate. And another 3-1 pitch in there for a strike, runs the count full, 3-2. Second full count of the day for KT. They had a single from An Hyun-min back in the third inning in the other full count. And the 3-2 pitch, and that is going to be slashed to left field and over the left fielder's head. I don't know what the heck he was thinking. Easily comes in to score, and Stevenson has got himself an RBI double. Third time he has been on base today, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, just in case you were wondering, that would have scored the runner from second base. So the bunt was worthless. But it makes the old man in the dugout think that he's a really good player or a really good coach. And that pitch is way, way up high, ball 1. Yep, as usual, Jim. We'll have a little mound visit here. Jim just sitting over at work, counting his extra money. An Hyun-min has Rookie of the Year locked up easily, but still has hopes out for MVP votes. Currently, I'd have him third. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. These are the two girls that they were showing for Wang Jae-gyun. Man, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Up high, 2-1. Yeah, another 2-1 pitch. Up high, 3-1. Why are you wowing, Arpo? Well, that's is in there for a strike at 3-2. But none of those were cheerleaders, Jim. All right, second straight full count for KT. They're 2 for 2 with their KT with them so far. And the 3-2 misses low. Ball 4. Like I said, he struggles with command. That is why he leads the league in on base percentage. All right, Kongbeko looks at ball 1 way outside. Like I said, it doesn't matter how fast you throw if you can't throw a strike. Kongbeko 0 for 1 on the day. Couple walks, a run scored, and a strikeout looking. Now that's up high. Ball 2, 2-0. No, I heard it, but I was getting ready with something else. And the 2-0 in there for a strike. A rock? Why? Why a rock? And the 2-1 is fouled away. There has to be a reason. And the 2-2 swing and a miss, and that's outs number 1. Can't catch up to the high fastball. Yeah, it's a rain makeup. So the stone Buddha gets a stone. All right, the Jang Sung Woo looks at strike 1 at the top of the zone, and it's on 1. Jang Sung Woo 0 for 1 on the day also. A walk, a useless sacrifice bunt, and a strikeout. And the 0-1 is in the dirt, 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That is lifted to right field. Right fielder catches it and 3 away. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The bunts scored 1, but it was useless because they would have scored anyway, and that takes us to the 7th inning. It's 5-1 KT. Leaving 2 more on. They've left 9 on. You got the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up here. You'll go into the. I assume they're going to get into the KP bullpen. I imagine they had Patrick warming up, so yeah, Patrick will come in now. So both teams just going with a bunch of going with a absolute large amount of starters. Wrong button. Should I spell his name right? Oh, Patrick out on the mound now for KT. He will try to get some outs. Park Byung Ho will greet him. Park Byung Ho not having a good day. 0 for 2. Nope, we're going to have a pinch hitter, Kim Ji Chan. Looks at strike one. Kim Ji Chan, 275 on the season. Now that the lefty is out of the lineup, they're going to bring in Kim Ji Chan. That one is up high, and it's ball one. And a ground ball, but it's foul. 1-2. Final line for Jesus, in line for the win, obviously. 6 innings, 91 pitches, 66 for strikes, 6 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, 1 run, and it was earned. That is fouled away again, and it stays 1-2. And that is into the dirt, and it's 2-2. Teams going with the foreigners in the bullpen late in the season. Again, Lotte has had to move Velasquez into the bullpen because he's been awful as a starter, awful as a reliever also. Patrick going into the bullpen here today as the 2-2 is ground ball to the first baseman, a toss to the pitcher. Probably would have been a lot easier just to take it himself, but the 3-1 putouts makes it 1 away. G Huck steps in. 0 for 2 on the day. 6-4-3 double play in the second inning and a 4-3 ground out in the fifth. That is fouled away. 0-1. Still 3-1 and 6-3. All 3 home teams currently leading. And the 0-1 sets up in the middle, and that is a curveball that drops in 0-2. Almost hits him, and it's 1-2. 151 on the gun there. And the 1-2 pitch. A late setup as he waiting and waiting. I can't call where he sets up, but it's fouled away on the inside pitch. Stays 1-2. KT Samsung hits not a big difference in this game. The big thing is KT's hits have been huge, as that is going to be a hit there, and a base runner puts a runner on first with 1 out. Brings up the number 8 hitter, Kang Min Ho. Always a chance to put some runs on the board with Kang Min Ho. And that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. And an 0-1 pitch. A curveball just doesn't quite curve down into it, and it's 1-1. Kia Tigers fans cheering for Samsung. Doosan fans cheering for the season to be over. Cheerleaders cheering because it's their job and it's in the dirt and it's 2-1. Old man holding his hand above his bucket hats while his sunglasses sit on his shirt. So here we go. The 2-1 pitch that is ripped into left field. That is going to be trouble and off the top of the wall. Yu-Ji Huck is going to cruise into third base, and Kang Min Ho is caught in a rundown. And Kang Min Ho with a single and an out as he gets caught running to seconds on the throw as Yu-Ji Huck is going to cruise on over to third base. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is just how Samsung's day is going. Kang Min Ho thought he was going to have an easy double, but fantastic play. Not hustling out of the box, just lollygagging, and then tries to turn it on, and then suddenly he is caught up. Again, KBO players, one of the biggest complaints I have about them, besides the fact that their managers are idiots, is the fact that they do not run hard. I don't know how many times you guys have heard me talk about Stevenson running extremely hard out of the box. KBO players love to watch the ball hit. As we have a pinch hitter here, that's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman, throws over to first, and that's 3 away. Absolute piss poor base running by their captain. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 5-1. KT. Yeah, Arpo. Again, awful management. If I was in the dugout, he would be sitting on the bench. Amazing. Absolutely amazing that professional athletes can still do that. Just sitting there watching the ball hit off the wall and they get thrown out at second. Not even particularly like sliding into second. It gets caught 2/3 of the way to second base. Wow. KT will have their 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up also. But he's still out there because, again, the KBO is okay with piss poor effort. Don't want to put any effort? Yeah, it's okay. You're old. You're the captain. You can do whatever you want because you're old. You're old. You can do whatever you want. Again, if I was in the dugout, he would be sitting in the dugout also. Absolutely unexcusable for the captain of your team to not run out of the box. Because that is outside ball 1. Im Chong Min out on the mound now. 13 games, 10 innings, 1-0. Yeah, let's look at Stevenson because he's somebody that hustles. As popped up, first baseman Diaz running under it and makes the catch. One away. Brings up a John Jean Hyuk. No, Kim Tae Hoon was the pinch hitter there. As a John Jean Hyuk lifts that one up, going. Goodbye, baseball. John Jean Hyuk hits a home run. You know the game is over. Bye, Arpo. Thanks for stopping by. It's not that bad. Samsung's still in fourth. And Kim Soo looks at a strike one. And it's 0-1. And here we go. And the 0-2 misses down and away, 1-2. Kim Soo getting his first at bat of the day as he took over after Iho Yan pinch hit. And that is a liner right into center field, and he'll be on base with a not a leadoff, but a single. Rough day yesterday for John Jean Hyuk. Today, a pretty much meaningless home run, but it fills the stat sheets. Wang Dongjin looks at ball one on the outside, 1-0. Yim Chang Min. John Jean Hyuk looking at giving some Kang Bae Ko some pointers on how to hit the ball. And here comes the 1-0 pitch, sets up on the outside, and he throws it right where the glove was very well, but fouled away by Wang Dongjin, and it's 1-1. Wang Dongjin double and a run scored in the sixth inning. Led off last inning with a double, and that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Throws to first. Now you've got Kim Soo in a rundown, and that will end the inning on a 4-3-6-3 double play. We'll go to the eighth inning. It's a 6-1 KT. KT. 17 Pro. Ooh, wow. Samsung will have the top of their lineup coming up, EJ Hyun and then Lee Sung Gyu. So this is where they're going to have to get some runs, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the bottom of the lineup is, yeah. Samsung just struggles so much to score outside of Samsung, outside of Daegu. All right. So don't. Don't watch. Don't hurt yourself. And Patrick gets the first pitch across in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Well, Arpo, at least you get some more cheerleaders as that one is fouled away. 0-2 to EJ Hyun. EJ Hyun, 1 for 2 on the day. He doubled and scored a run back in the 6th inning, the one Samsung run. And then a walk in the 3rd, struck out to start the game. And here comes the 0-2. That is hit hard to right field. That is easily going to drop in. And a grab by An Hyun Mi, and he's got an arm. And but EJ Hyun is in there with a leadoff double. Like I said, they've got to get some runs this inning. Otherwise, they really have no chance. And that is outside, ball 1-0. Lee Sung Gyu 0 for 2 or 1 for 2, 1 for 3 on the day. Struck out at his first at bat, fly out to right, and then a single in his last at bats. And that is ripped into left field. That's going to drop in front of John Jin Hyuk, and they've got runners on the corner now. Here comes Samsung. Here comes the Samsung. Maybe they'll try to bunt. That would be awesome. All right, runners on the corners for Kim Sung Yu. And it's in there for wrong button. For a strike. 1-1. Warming up in the KT bullpen, Lee Sang Dong, who came in yesterday. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Kim Sung Yoon. 1 for 3 on the day, an RBI single in his last at bat. That's through on the left side, and another RBI single. And suddenly, Samsung is really threatening with a runners on first and nobody out, first and second with nobody out, as Patrick is running into some issues. Might you? My new go-to, Arpo. is the Eclipse Mints. See, I'm a peach. Peach my choose. As we'll have a pitching mound visit. Yeah. Yeah, peach is the best. Strawberry would be second best. As we do have a pitching change here. Isang Dong will come out onto the mound. Isang Dong did pitch yesterday too, so that is something to think about. He will get to face Diaz, bringing in the righty to face the lefty Diaz. All right, we are about ready to be back. Blueberry? I would still go with peach and strawberry. I could do some cotton candy flavor, but yeah. My go-to is always peach. Yeah, there's no question. The best is peach. I don't like grape flavored things because they don't taste like grapes. Like I don't like grape juice. Grape soda, and grape Kool-Aid, none of that. All right, runners on first and second, nobody out. Diaz looks at ball one, low, 1-0. Diaz 1 for 3 on the day, singled in his first at bat, a fly out to right in his second, and a 1-6-3 double play back in the sixth inning. The 1-0 is popped up. Third baseman in foul territory makes the catch. That's a big out. Now the double play is in order to get them out of the inning. And that brings up Kim Young-un. 1 for 3 on the day, a single, a strikeout, and a 4-3 groundout. He's somebody that's going to try to hit a grand slam with only 2 runners on. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Here we go. Sets up right down the middle, and he pops it foul, but it gets out of play, and it's 0-2. Kim Young-un, tons of strikeouts on the season. I don't know if he's first, but he's pretty close. Second in the league in strikeouts. He's got 135 strikeouts on the season in 415 at-bats, 117 games. So he missed about 20 games. He missed almost a month because he was so bad, but still second in the league in strikeouts. And the 0-2 misses up high, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch sets up on the inside, and that's fouled away again, 1-2. Yeah, I can't, Arpo, I can't play Samsung songs. All of them are copyrighted and aren't allowed to be used in here we go, the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's two away. It's flailing at it. That brings up a Kim Ji Chan. And that's outside. 1-0. Yeah, the Samsung is the only team that they copyright every single one of their songs. So if I play them, uh, anything that I would earn from the stream is sent to Samsung, as that is fouled. And 1-1. And it had what they wanted: a double, a single, and a single with their 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up. But the number 4 hitter pops up to the foul territory. The number 5 hitter strikes out, and the 6 hitter just looks at the strike 2, and it's 1-2. Yeah, even their cheer songs. Yeah, another 1-2 in the dirt. 2-2. Yeah, yeah. They some of them, like Hanwha last year. Wang Young Mook's song was fine, and then about halfway through the season, the original team or the original artist copyrighted it, and he just golfed that off of the ground. And what a hit by Kim Ji Chan as he golfs that one off the ground to score a run on the single. Moves Kim Sung Yoon up to second base. What a hit by Kim Ji Chan, as he was definitely fooled on that. Bat dragging on the ground as he pulls his back foot up and is still able to get the ball and just flip it into center field. Yi Sung Dong getting a little talking to now. What a hit there by Kim Ji Chan. Absolutely fooled completely, swinging at strike 3, but dragging the bat on the ground for a RBI single. And that's misses outside, ball 1, 1-0. If he gets on, they will bring in the closer, Yu Hook. Started off with a single last inning. He was the second batter last inning with a single, but not able to come around and score. He's fouled away. Here we go. The 1-1 pitch fouled away. 1-2. KT will either bring in their closer this inning or they'll bring him in next inning. Again, he did pitch yesterday. And no matter what, KT is or Samsung's going to flip the lineup back over. That's a ground ball to the shortstop, underhand toss to second base, and that's will end the inning and the threats. But they get a couple to close the game, close the lead down to 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 6-3 Samsung. Now it's over, Arpo. You said that earlier, though, Arpo. Oh, by Samsung? No, Samsung will still be in 4th. They have a 1.5 game lead on KT, so no matter what, Samsung will be in 4th place after today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Clear all of this out for you guys. They'll have looks like the top of the lineup 1, 2, 3 coming up for Sam or for KT. Out on the mound is their closer Kim Jae Yoon. They said, "We can't let you get any more runs here." Yeah, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. Yeah, and the 0-1 this swing tipped into the mitts, but it's 0-2 now. All right, he's 2 for 3 on the day. Oh, wrong side. That is grounded to the third baseman, grabs it, throws across the diamond, an absolute rockets, and 1 away. Brings up Stevenson again. Stevenson having himself a day. A couple doubles, RBI, couple runs scored, and a walk. And the first pitch is fouled away. A pitch up over is the zone, but it's 0-1. And Stevenson 276 now on the season. The replacement for Rojas or Rojas Jr., depending on what you want to say. I can't believe it took him this long or that long, but the 0-1 is up high, 1-1. A little earlier, they might be sitting in third spots. And the 1-1 pitch sets up right down the middle. And he fouls that one off. Oh, that is just gets out of play. And 1-2. But the big thing is he was off to the races. Something again, not something you see often. Isung Gyu. Yeah, okay. All right, the 1-2 pitch. And it fouls that one off again. It stays in 1-2. NC takes the lead over Kia. big time as SSG is also up 7-3. And the 1-2 pitch misses up high, 2-2. But NC had a lead yesterday too. The same lead. They had a 4-3 lead going into the ninth inning, and then they ended up walking in the go-ahead or the tying run and the walking in the walk-off. As Stevenson grounds that to the first baseman, Diaz will have to take off and just barely beats him. What? What am I looking for? Arpo, what are you talking about? All right, An Hyun-min steps in, 2 for 3 on the day, a 2-run shot, a single, a walk, and a 4-3 ground out. Looks at strike one on the outside corner. Ah. Yeah, now the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike, 0-2. Yeah, I'm waiting on the curveball. Does he throw another curveball or does he try to beat him with a fastball? A right-handed batter, a right-handed hitter, probably going to throw it in the other batter's box. Time is called. Go fastball? I don't know. I think it's the KBO. He's probably going to throw a pitch in the other batter's box. As nope, they set up on the inside, up high, and the high fastball is too high. All right, the 1-2 pitch. That is lifted into right field, going, Kim Sung-gyu under it, and that's 3 away. We'll go to the ninth inning. KT's up 3. Thank you, Savage. We're gonna get a double one here.
남북각성입니다.
Oh, 1, 2, 3 inning for Samsung. We'll go to the bottom. They're gonna have the 8, 9, 1 hitters coming up for Samsung. Kang Min Ho gets on base. He's gonna get a pinch runner, and then I believe it was Kim Tae Hoon that's a pinch hit for. I don't think so. I don't think so at all, Savage. Because one of the best closers in the game is coming in for KT since they scored the other run, bringing it into a 2-run game or a 3-run game. So Park Young-hyun out on the mound now for KT. 64 games, 65 innings, 5 wins, 6 losses, 34 saves, and 1 hold. I'm not. Not at all, actually. Before the game started, Jim asked who I thought would win, and I said KT, because Samsung was using a starter that's just not very good, honestly. He had 1 good start on the season, and that's it. So Kang Min Ho will lead things off for Samsung in the top of the ninth inning, and they've got to score 3 before they get to give up 3. Democratic People's Republic of Korea TV. Arpo would love to see Park Young-hyun blow the save. And the first pitch, oh, that's I'm still watching. We're still watching highlights of DeJesus. So as far as against Samsung on the season, Pak Young Hyun, as the first pitch to Kang Min Ho is low, ball one. So 7 games, 1 win, 5 saves, and 1 hold. So in every game that he's had, KT has won. I live in Korea. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. And there for a strike at the top of the zone, 1-1. 148 there onto the gun. .273 on in the season for Kang Min Ho, 2 for 3 on the day. Again, he had that big single that he was thrown out just in his last at bats back in the 7th inning, as that one is in the dirt, 2-1. So Kang Min Ho, 2 for 3, but that's one single ended up turning into an out because he did not run out of the box. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman, throws across the diamond and in there for out number 1 on the 5-3 putout. Sounds good. I used to do every game every day, or a game every day, but right now I can only do the weekend games. So but you are welcome to stop by anytime and check it out. As Kim Tae-hoon getting his second at bat of the day. Again, he pinch hit into a 5-3 ground out, but looks at just strike one. Yeah, and here comes the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, 150 on the gun there. Kim Tae-hoon, 5-3 ground out as he pinch hits for Kim Ha-goon back in the 7th inning. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss as he just blows it right past him. 3 pitches, 3 fastballs, 3 strikes, 2 outs. As we go into the top of the 9th, we have the last batter up for Samsung, Lee Jae-hyun, the leadoff batter. Lee Jae-hyun having himself a day, 2 doubles, 2 runs scored. And right there is strike one on the outside corner. Absolutely beautiful pitch down in zone number 7. Oh, EJ Hyun, 247 on the season, struck out in his first at bat, then walked in the third, a double and a run scored in the 6th, and a double and a run scored in the 7th or the 9th. That is lifted up left fielder John Jin Hyuk under it, and that is 3 away. KT Wiz, another big win, puts them a half game out behind Samsung for the number 4 spot, and that is a massive, massive, massive deal to get. Oh, I didn't want that one. I wanted that one. So, very, very big win for KT. They're now a half game out of behind Samsung. And the reason why this is such a big deal is because in the KBO, the playoffs are a ladder style, which means the number 4 and the number 5 play each other. The winner of that plays the 3, the winner of that plays the 2, the winner of that plays the 1. But the number 4 and 5 hitters, or number 4 and 5 teams, they play a best of 3 series. But the number 4 team starts with a 1-0 lead in the series. So the number 5 team actually has to win 2 games before the number 4 team even ties a game. If the number 4 team ties a game, they advance. So a huge deal. It's only happened 1 time in the entire history of the KBO, and that was actually last year when KT beat Doosan for 2 games to advance, and then they eventually lost to Samsung. But this is exactly kind of what I expected. The Jesus on the mound, foreign pitcher on the mound for KT, who has pitched good and bad. He's had both ways. But again, Samsung Coming into the season, everybody thought Samsung had an amazing lineup or a starting rotation. I said early in the season that I didn't believe it. I talked about KT. I thought KT had one of the best starting rotations, and that has been proven correct. Samsung and KT both did something in the offseason that I said I talked about a lot before it happened. They brought back Cuevas and Reyes. Both of those guys were re-signed based on their playoff performances, not their regular season performances. Then in the regular season again, they stunk it up and were released. So uh, Samsung again, they're starting a guy. They ended up having three starters out there today. KT had two starters out there today. Patrick struggled in his relief, but DeJesus very strong. 6 innings. I think he what it. Let me get my stats back up here. 6 innings, 91 pitches, 66 for strikes. Scattered 6 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, 1 run. It was earned, but again, that was a catch that Anyan Min should have made. Should have made out there in right field. It hit off of his glove, hit in his glove, and then bounced off. And then that run ended up coming around to score. Anyan Min offensively, another fantastic day. A single, a 2-run homer, and a walk. Again, yesterday, the big 3-run homer against Ponce. Today, the big 2-run homer pretty much ended the game. Arpo just bringing out all the languages, some Chinese. Now he's got some Japanese in there. But yeah, the Anyan Min, a huge day. Stevenson, another really big day. Double with a run scored off the on later in the first inning, and then a walk and a run scored, and then a an RBI double back in the 6th inning. So a big day from Stevenson that really showed what it's like to hustle. Again, yesterday a huge hustle play, and then coming around to score to put KT up 4-2 at the time against Hanwha. A massive deal there. Then today, more hustle plays, hustling out of the box, running hard, and coming around to score easily. And then on the other side, you had Samsung, Kang Min Ho, doesn't hustle out of the box, watches the ball hit off the wall, and then gets thrown out 2/3 of the way to second base. At that time, it would have been runners on first and seconds with nobody outs, but ends up costing, or sorry, first and third with 1 out, and they didn't even score in that inning. So a huge thing there. Diaz still struggles to hit outside of Daegu on the day, 1 for 4. A single, a flyout, but a 163 ground into double play, and then also a pop fly into foul territory that was caught by the third baseman. So a lot of opportunities for Diaz to get some runs, to knock in some runs. He is, I believe, 40 runs ahead of second place in the RBI totals, but wasn't able to come through, and it cost Samsung. So the rest of the pretty much everybody hits in the lineup for Samsung and for KT, but not able to get runs in. The big difference, besides the hustle, was the fact that KT walked a bunch. The difference is KT walked 7 times versus Samsung that walked once. So very big deal there. The only walk Samsung had was with 2 outs, so not a big deal. It ended up not mattering at all. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back next weekend. Both games I'm going to be doing Saturday. The Saturday game, the 5 p.m. game, will be Hanwha hosting LG, and then the Sunday game will also be Hanwha hosting LG. There's just no other real great games coming in. So 5 o'clock on Saturday, 2 o'clock on Sunday. I will see you guys then. As always, thank you guys for tuning in, and well, gotta do this manually now. Until next time.